All right, I would like to call this meeting to order, the January 12th Blair Board meeting of Education. Again, refer to the Open Meetings Act on the back wall there. School board meetings in Nebraska are meetings held in public, not public meetings. The public comment agenda item is only opportunity for the public to address the board. Please silence your cell phones, refrain from texting or using electronics during the meeting. If you must use your phone, please step outside the board room. Hopefully I did that for my phone. Yes, I did, so we're good. In case that went off. All right. Can I get a roll call, please?
Scobie.
Here.
Tabor. Here. Lowski. Here. Chada. Here. Frederickson. Here. Stern. Here. Larson.
Here.
Callahan.
Here.
Thank you. So we don't have to do the approval of absent board members because you're all here. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. Mrs. George.
Yeah, first there's going to be a presentation with Mrs. George.
Yep.
Good evening. Do you want us right here? You want us over here?
I think
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Fabulous. My name is
Come around
Julie
here.
Horsey.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I didn't know if that was.
We're not real.
Feel free to join us too. Yeah.
Make the good decisions. So my name is Janelle Jaworski, and I'm the music teacher over at Deerfield. I am with a few of my friends from our 5th grade musical. We are in our 3rd year of doing our Disney Musicals in Schools program that was through the Omaha Performing Arts, the partnership. Our goal from the beginning has been able to build a sustainable theater pipeline, sparking a love for the arts in elementary schools so that when these students grow into the high school drama, they would be interested and want to keep going. So far, when we first started our first year, we had 32 students involved from on stage and backstage. Last year, we grew to 51 kids that were involved, and this year we have 52. We have 40 kids on stage and 12 backstage kids, and they are both from Deerfield and Arbor Park. We have 6 staff members, and most recently we added a Blair High graduate who is studying at University of Nebraska Omaha for musical theater, and so she's going to help us with some choreography. And yeah, so this year we are doing Finding Nemo, and I actually have, let's see, there's Nemo over, oh, you're Dory, sorry. We just started.
That's all right.
Dory, Gil, I forget which one you are. He's one of the Reef kids. Which one are you?
Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Okay.
And then
I'm Steve Chorus.
she's part of our C chorus. And so really we'll get her to do anything. But it's taking your movie of Finding Nemo and condensing it down to a 25-minute play. Or musical, sorry. This year we are taking an exciting step, and we're going to be performing in the auditorium as opposed to the Deerfield gym.
Yeah, that'll be
Very good.
Part of it is so that for families, it offers comfortable seating and professional sightlines so that every parent can see their child perform. And for the students, it provides the opportunity to experience the stage and hopefully utilize a better sound system. And we hope that we can kind of work together with the high school drama kids and, even with our backstage, get doing some of that technical stuff. So, as we've been doing, we're moving towards becoming a fully self-sufficient program next year without the help of the Omaha Performing Arts. So we are very proud of the work that these kids put in, and we invite you to join us at the high school on Thursday, April 23rd, or Friday, April 24th, to see Finding Nemo kids in action. So we thank you for your support of the arts in our schools. And we thought about saying the pledge in Whale, but we figured we better stick with English. Ready? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Will you sign that? Will you sign it? That is awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. I can't wait to see Finding Nemo. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, I think it's a good one.
Good.
All right, we're going to go to item 4, organization of the Board of Education. We'll start with all members of the Blair Community Schools Board of Education will be administered the oath of office. And folks, the way we're going to do that is we're going to read it together. And when it comes to that part with your name, say your name, and we should be all right. No, I'm not going to say it, so you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
There we go.
I think we probably should stand.
All right, we're there.
How we do? Yep, Andrew says this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I,
Rachel Gilliam, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will take this obligation freely and without mental reservation or for purpose of evasion, and that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the office of school board member of Blair Community Schools according to law, to the best of my ability. And I do further swear that I do not advocate nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or this state by force or violence. And that during such time that I am in this position, I will not advocate nor become a member of any political party or organization that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force of violence. So help me God.
Everybody has to sign it.
yep, we have to start.
Thank you. We'll keep them in our file.
And now we're going to move into the segment where we elect new officers. So at this time, we will take nominations for the office of board president. Are there any nominations for board president?
I nominate Bob Stobie for president. Second?
Do we have any other nominations for board president? Okay, we have to go ahead and vote. You have the paper in front of you to vote, and then pass them to Angie and I. And then we'll take the count.
Yeah.
Well, I just never know how
Just in
many
case
it's
it
going
got
to take.
crazy. Yeah.
Better be prepared, Brad.
All right. We have 7-4 and 1 abstain. So, Bob, will you take the role of president and conduct the meeting from this point on?
Congratulations. Thanks, Bob.
Congratulations, Bob. Thank you. And thank you to Carrie for her. You were going to say that, weren't you?
I was going to say that.
I got to
You
let it
ahead.
go.
No, go ahead.
I handed it off to you. You got it. Sorry.
Thank everybody for their support, and thanks Carrie for her leadership for the past, I don't know how many years.
I think 5.
Is that all?
I was going to say ever since I've been on.
So, you set the bar high. I hope I attain it and not walk under it.
Well,
Okay.
it's been a true honor to serve Blair, but I think it's really important for other people to have the opportunity as well. So, thank you.
Okay. If you all put up with me while I bumble through the next 2 hours, that'd be great. Okay.
2 hours?
That's
Going slow, going
That's
slow.
not funny.
You're
Okay.
fired.
Now we're going to re-elect.
Yeah, okay. So now we'll have nominations for the board vice president. I'll open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Courtney Tabor.
Second.
Anybody else want to nominate another person? Okay, go ahead and fill out your cards. And give it to Angie. So 7 votes for Courtney and 1 abstain, although she didn't specifically say that, I assume that's what happened. Yes, Courtney, congratulations. Alrighty. Now we have to select other offices and appointments. They're listed there. And unless anybody has changes they'd like to make, secretary has been nominated as Angie Conity, treasurer Leslie Watts, our official newspaper, both the Blair Enterprise and Omaha World Herald, bank depository, Washington County Bank and RVR Bank, and our truant officer, Blair Police Department and Washington County Sheriff. So I have a motion for those officers.
I move to approve the current officers and appointments as presented.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Callahan and a second by Stern. Just all in favor?
Any discussion?
Any discussion, that's it. Okay, none? Okay, roll call.
Lowski.
Yes.
Chada.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Tabor.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Scobie.
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Okay. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, now we move on. Any emergency, approval of emergency additions? Anything needs to be added to the agenda?
We have none.
None? Okay. Any items you'd like to remove from the agenda? None? Okay. I get a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Callahan, second by Tabor. Any discussion? Angie, roll call.
Larson.
Yes.
Lowski.
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Scobie.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Tabor.
Yes.
Chada.
Yes.
Motion passed. Okay. Now we're moving on to recognitions, and I'd like to introduce our new chief of police, well, not so new, but not real old, Jeremy Kinsey. He's going to introduce himself and provide you with a little information.
Good evening. Thanks for having me here. This isn't my first school board meeting here, but the invitation. I'm sorry I was supposed to be here last month for the board meeting as a matter of introduction, but I got called away to something a little more urgent, as it happens in this line. But I had reached out to Dr. Gilson early on and tried to come over and just meet with all the key community stakeholders and the different groups and civic organizations in the town, and finally made my way over here to the school district. So thanks for having me here. Just a little bit about myself. I came here in May, started really actually the end of April last year, and I came from La Vista PD. I was an officer there for 31 years. I retired at the rank of captain, so I was the number 2 at the department there. La Vista it grew in my 30 years. When I first started, there was about the same size as Blair. So over that 30 years, I saw tremendous growth. A lot of things seemed very similar to me at the time coming here, just on the cusp of different growth and activity and just things picking up around the city. So I've seen that, kind of seen the parallel there. It's really, it was awesome to see it happen and spending that time over 3 years. I'm not anticipating spending another 30 years in law enforcement, but I'm here for a while. And just to talk about a little bit about the Blair Police Department and what we've been doing, really in my first few months was just to sit back and kind of observe and take it all and really get to learn the Blair way. I'll say the community of Blair, and I'll speak to all of you, you've all been super welcoming people that I've seen out in the community, and people come up to me and talk to me, and it's been an amazing, amazing community. I love it. My wife and I, she'll come up to a lot of events with me, and so she's the one that's already, we just became empty nesters, so she's like, what's our next move? What are we going to do? We're going to move up that way? I said, I don't know. It's up to you. Really, I'm not the one making that decision, but it's been a great opportunity to come up here. The Blair Police Department is growing. We have a great collaboration, and it's my intent to keep a great collaboration with the school district. My key, probably one of the biggest initiatives that I've had coming to the police department was really seeing where our personnel was. In the last few years, it's been tough being a cop. It's been tough trying to recruit cops. It's been tough trying to hire cops. Just nobody really wanted to do it anymore. I think there was a lot of burnout and a lot of people that spent a lot of time in the career field, myself included. I thought I was retiring last year, and I was called differently, and I'm happy to be here. We really had a need for more officers, so that's been my focus, is trying to get personnel up. Just last Friday, I made conditional officers to 3 lateral police officers. We've been focusing on hiring lateral officers that they're certified already in other agencies and trying to come to another location. Fortunately, 3 of them kind of fell in our lap, and we're looking to hire them, get them on board, so hopefully you'll start seeing more cops. Really, it's given us an opportunity to get out and be a little more proactive and engaged in the community, being able to be at more school functions. Right now, with just the personnel that we have, they're running from call to call. You hear the sirens all day long. There's always something going on in Blair. I thought I was coming to a nice, sleepy little town, and it's been quite the opposite of that. It's pretty exciting, and the joke around the offices, I've done more police work in the last 7 months than I've done in the last 10 years in command. So it's really awesome to get out from behind the desk and get out in the cruiser and get out and be on the street and do some police work. But we're growing. You have my word that continued partnership with the Blair Police Department, with our schools. That's where we need to focus a lot of our engagement is that the young kids in our community, so that we can build a relationship with them as they grow up and have a mutual respect. And we have a lot of dedicated professional officers at our department that are doing a great job, working a lot of extra hours, keeping the community safe, and that's what we're here for. So just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to come and introduce myself finally.
Thank you.
So thanks for having me.
Chief Kinsley's part of our school safety committee, so you see a lot of you in that regard. Okay, moving on. In the consideration of communications, we'll start with a local community scholarship ceremony. Want me to take that, or you want to take that?
You go, if you like.
Okay, great. We've received a letter from Christine Ross, the high school counselor and the local scholarship chair, to request permission to host a local community scholarship ceremony at Blair High School in the auditorium and cafeteria on Sunday, April 26th. They're holding it on a Sunday to allow for the greatest level of participation, and per board policy, use of school facilities on a Sunday requires board approval. So
I move to approve the request from Christine Ross Below to hold a local community scholarship ceremony at Blair High School on Sunday, April 26, 2026.
Second.
okay, motion by Frederickson,
Good job.
second by Tabor. I had to look at your plate and on your name.
Okay.
Okay, Angie?
Any discussion?
Oh, discussion.
You're good.
It's a great event.
Well attended,
Yeah.
businesses can get there on a Sunday easier, and so can parents and others, so it's a neat thing because the businesses get to see the kids and get to meet them and that for the local scholarships.
Anything else? Now, Angie.
Tabor,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Stern,
Yes.
Chada,
Yes.
Lowski,
Yes.
Frederickson,
Yes.
Scody.
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, on to the next item. This is our section where we'll take comments from the public. So, a few instructions. When you've been recognized, raise your hand. I'll recognize you. Please stand, state your name and your address. You have a 5-minute time limit, so keep your comments within that 5 minutes. Courtney is the official timekeeper. She will give you a wave when you get to 1 minute left, so you know where you are. If you're planning to speak about a personnel or student matter involving an individual, please understand that our policies require you to first follow the complaint procedure before addressing the board. We will not respond to your comments. Tonight this section is just for you to tell us your thoughts and what you want us to hear. There are also little sheets at your chair. If you would fill those out before you leave and leave them on the table up there by Mr. Shearer. If you feel that there's some follow-up needed, and those will be distributed accordingly, and someone will follow up with you. Since this is a public meeting for the conduct of business, the audience we're not going to tolerate outbursts while somebody's speaking, so please provide for a little bit of decorum. Offensive language, personal attacks, and hostile conduct will not be tolerated. And again, we'll not act on anything that you do talk about unless it's on the agenda later in the meeting. So with that, anybody want to say something? Don't be shy. Yes?
Sandy Hazlitt, and my address is 11295 North Lake Shore Drive here in Blair. And I just wanted to thank each and every one of you here on the board, and welcome Dr. Johnson to the Blair community. I know you guys, this is a volunteer part of your life, and I just appreciate the time and energy and the effort that you put into the many hours, not just here, but throughout the week and the months and months and months that you serve. I just really appreciate it, and I know you're doing your very best to make wise and confident decisions for the betterment of our community and our children. I just appreciate it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Going once. Okay, we will move on. Okay, so we now have a presentation. Mrs. Field, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mr. Macklin, Director of Technology, will present a proposal for a new student information system.
All right,
So, Erin Field, Curriculum and Assessment Director. Well, I should say, someone should start telling me, so I know if quick with this. I don't know if the wins, I don't know what we get. Competition. So, tonight, just to kind of talk you through, in education, things have changed in different things the school needs in order to be successful with different kinds of students. And so we currently, in the Blair School District, are like a la carte items to meet our needs. And so it was asked of us to look at a system-wide approach, what's working, what's not working, is there something better out there? So that started this summer. This fall, we had an ad hoc. You can see at the bottom of the screen there are 4 different groups to the ad hoc. A K-5 group, a 6-12 group, student services group, and an operations group. So we had around 40 people serving on this ad hoc committee. And what we did is we started with a SWOT analysis of our current system. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats with our current SIS and our current LMS. So SIS stands for Student Information System and LMS stands for Learning Management System. So from there, what we found is that our current systems were only given a fair rating by our staff, which means maybe there's something better out there. So from there, we invited several other companies to come in and pitch to our ad hoc group. Every vendor got the same rubric that's up there. Every vendor was scored then by the ad hoc committee to give a score or rating for what they thought of the presentation and the products. So you can see up there, Nexus is our current student information system, or SIS. Infinite Campus and Synergy were 2 other groups that we brought in who did demos for our ad hoc committee. And you can see that there's a very clear winner. And I'll be honest, that's not the winner that Scott and I thought it was going to be, which is okay. So from there,
just quickly, so you can see with Nexus, we've been in Nexus probably about 30 years. So this is kind of a big change for us to look into. So to go to the next step, we got to make sure that there's a difference between the two. And no matter what, our goal was to go with the best one, even if the price was a little bit more. Because we were just going to go with the best, and probably the ones that were going to take us to the future better. Nepsis, I don't know how many are in ESU, probably about 15 schools-ish. They're down to 5 schools left that are using Nepsis. So and Bennington's dropping out next year, so there's less and less schools using it as well, too. They're all moving to another system. I'm just going to quickly show you the costs, which I'm going to go leave behind here, so it's easier. Here's Nepsis right now, so this is what we're currently at right here. Nepsis for our SIS is $45,000 a year-ish, it'll go up. And then as we work our way across here, these are different things like Otis or Squality EduClimber, depending on what we get, that's the cost for that. Kind of work our way through there. You can see it's about, next year would be about $92,000 our cost. And that's about what it would be as we go through the next 5 years, probably go up a little bit, especially as schools drop out of Nepsis. For Synergy's costs this first year, you can see the biggest difference is, right now it's this. This is the training for this. And this is the one thing we really liked about Synergy. They did a really good job training between this and Infinite Campus. It's high right now. They're going to fly people in to kind of train the trainers. They're going to do a lot to get us ready for it because, like I said, this is a big deal. A lot of these other things, then, you can see it's kind of different names, but all these things equal all the things that are here for costs. And so that first year is at $88,000 because of this training. But then after that point, you can see it pretty much cuts costs in half. So it's not only probably the better system, at least from what we felt like, it's also just a lot cheaper, which gives us room to grow. If there's other systems in that, if we find as we go, there's going to be more things we might want to look into. AI stuff, there's some onboarding stuff, there's different stuff we might want to look into. So that gives us a little room to maybe kind of just make things better, but yet also it's kind of nice just that it's actually going to save us a little bit of money. So, you want to do this one?
Sure. I don't know if I should say it or not, I told Scott I would try out different dates. Like we spent a lot of time together. And so I was going to come up and say we're going to be Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and you can choose who's who. I don't know. So we're recommending that the Blair school system goes to Synergy with an approximate cost of $260,000 for the next 5 years.
Okay. So, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to enter into a 5-year contract with Synergy at an estimated total cost of $260,000.
Second. Okay, motion by Tabor, second by Callahan. Discussion.
How soon can it be implemented? Would it be next school year?
How soon,
sorry, yes,
how soon
okay.
will it be? You're not done.
And so, they're gonna start, like, right away, we'll get done here and we'll contact them, and they're gonna start doing the crossover and pulling everything over, and yeah, the goal is in August to start with the next one. And they said for a school our size, that should be able to do it. So it won't be all the things, there's gonna be a couple, there's a special ed part of it, and MTSS part that's probably gonna carry over to next year, that's why some of those costs were cut in half, but we probably won't start them until January, but most of those will be ready to go right away.
But we'll keep our current operating system for another year because of that, right?
No, we're gonna-
No, we're moving to.
Yeah, that's the other.
That's the other one, we have two software things, my bad. New guy.
One of the things that you guys talked about was, one thing that Synergy doesn't have is a lunch fund. So that's, do you see any other add-ons that we'll need right away?
So we have one now, so we just, Mr. Shear and I just have to start looking at other ones that should work.
Is there much of a cost to those, to that piece?
They're about half. So Infinite Campus had one, and theirs was almost exactly the same thing as NutriKids that we have now. So I'm assuming they're about the same price throughout.
Right now, it's a little under 5,000.
Okay, thanks.
But this will basically integrate everything else in our district, so it's all under one system, instead of Otis and Schoology and Nesbis and all those. She'll save us considerable amount of money.
So will those ones that you just mentioned, will those be gone in August then, Otis and all of those?
So they have Otis, yes. There is.
Yeah, Otis will be gone by the end of July. Our contract is basically July to July. Currently, we have Schoology. It will be good through the 2026 school year, like through December 31st, but our goal is to have stuff transition before then, and that cost has already been paid. So it's not something that we're going to be paying again. And then we go into the others. The others should, again, Synergy says, we're a small enough school district, they should be able to get us up and moving pretty quick, so the others should go away.
And the only one that overlaps is that SRS for sped.
Staff is on board. The ad hoc, which should be, hopefully was talking to their departments, we're all in favor of this, so. Thank you.
I just think, thank you guys, because this is a big ask, and we understand that it's going to be a lot of work, but in the long term, I think hopefully it will be great service to your staff and students.
I want to thank all the people on the ad hoc committee, because I know some of us board members went to quite a few of those, and that was a lot of hours that they put in before and after school. So for those people that served on that ad hoc, if any of you are out there, thank you very much for, make sure you pass on that we appreciate all their hard work that they put in and hours of dedication.
It's nice to see that there's a system that in general does it all for a lot less money than the multiple systems we're spending time with today. Don't usually see that in my experience, but I've not been in education stuff, so.
And that they'll come in and train.
Yeah.
And they'll
Yeah.
come in person.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, Angie, roll call.
Stobie.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Chada. Yes. Tabor.
Yes.
Lowski,
Yes.
Frederickson,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Motion carried. Make the call. All righty. Now we'll move on to the next item, 26-27 district school calendar. Who wants to talk about this? So
I
there,
guess I move to approve the 26-27 district calendar as presented.
Second.
discussion. Motion by Lowski, second by Stern. Discussion. I'll get it. Give me 12, 13 meetings, I'll have it down.
Everybody's on board with this. I know you, quite a committee that worked on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I noticed was moving August 5th to April 23rd reduced how many snow days are built into the calendar.
You went from 5 to 4.
Yeah, so my question is, how many snow days, if we had them, would we have to start making up days at the end of the year?
So generally what I would say, once you get that past that 4 days, you have to start talking about, are we going to make up those days? And that really comes to the discretion of the board, whether that comes out, unless it's like we had one year where there was an extreme amount of snow days, and so the governor stepped into that. So I would say, we get past that 4, we just start having general conversation, and then we go from there.
Because we could do some things like when we're all online, they could be doing some things, you know, and with that, so.
I just think it was more of a concern because it was student day.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Not
student days,
just,
Oh,
not
yeah.
staff days, really.
I thought we were always pretty good on student days.
And now we're getting close on hours, so keeping in mind that you judge by hours, not as much by days.
Yep.
So we would track those hours, and if we get to a point where those hours are getting close, that's when we have to start talking about making up time. Because that's a rule 10.
The one thing in 27 is there is actually another week Memorial Day is late.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that gives you a little bit of flexibility if you would have to.
Yeah, if we would have to,
Hopefully
we
not have
would
to.
look at that,
Mhm.
yeah. And honestly, if it happened early enough, you could look at your professional development days and the different days that we had in the schedule, where we could say, hey, maybe we need to look at that and make it up there, so that we didn't have to extend student days.
Sounds good.
Any other questions? Nope. Okay, Angie?
Callahan,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Tabor,
Yes.
Lowski,
Yes.
Chaka, Stern,
Yes.
Scobie,
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Motion passed.
First reading.
Oh, this is first reading, sorry. First reading, well,
This is his first reading.
okay.
No, our calendars are one and done. You don't have to do another reading.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Is everybody comfortable with that?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
That's nice.
One and done.
Okay,
How soon can that be on the website then?
tomorrow.
Perfect.
Be on it.
Mrs.
What's that?
Freidenberg?
I have my email drafted and ready to send once it was approved.
Okay.
All right, so people will know right away.
I'm
Good.
sending it right now.
Thank you.
Okay, on to the next item, accounting software, Software Unlimited. Courtney, you want to cover this for finance?
Yeah, I move the district replace the current accounting software e-finance to Software Unlimited.
Second.
Motion by Tabor, second by Lowski. Discussion?
Everybody kind of caught up on us moving to a new software system that will cover our finances. It'll be a little bit more it will be cheaper, it will be transparent across the district. So,
Another thing that will be cheaper.
Yeah, e-finance, has been running about 30 grand a year, and Software Unlimited will be 12 to 15 a year, so
and
about half.
what we're using, not very few schools are using currently, is that right?
There was an
Another-
RFP a couple years ago, because this is paid through the ESU. And a few schools decided to leave that e-finance, so that kind of raised cost. But yes, so
much the e-finance, as far as I know, is kind of used by the youth schools, but there's a few of them, and a couple of them that weren't participating, and now a couple more left.
So I'm gonna say our new portion cost would be over 51,000, so it's a huge increase. This will drop it down to 15.
And this is also a software that Carl, who was here earlier, suggests.
Yeah,
He's familiar with it across districts.
and just like the other software, there's a lot of work involved with making the transition, so.
Yeah, how long is it gonna take to switch everything over?
They can actually get things up and running in 60 days. However, they're only going to take the current fiscal year moving forward. So all that history, we'll have to figure out how we're going to get from our old software. We'll have our old software under the current contract through August 31st, 2027.
Okay.
So, but after that, we'll have to figure out how we're going to get that data. So we have a year to kind of figure that one out.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Will they start doing it right away, like next month, in the next
I
few
talked
months?
to Russ Duran with South Unlimited today, and we could maybe get it April 1st, and just talking to Jordan and Liz, that seemed to be about the best timeline we could come up with. There's never a great fun time to switch software, but in terms of our workload, that seemed to be the best, even though it's going to be a quick turnaround.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion? Okay, Andrew, roll call.
Frederickson?
Yes.
Stern?
Yes.
Chada? Yes. Larson?
Yes.
Scobie?
Yes.
Callahan?
Yes.
Roski?
Yes.
Tabor?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. All right, on to committee reports. We'll start with policy and curriculum committee, and then turn that over to Denise.
It's like the shortest one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So policy and curriculum met Monday, December 15th at noon. I was present along with Melanie, Dr. Gilson, Courtney, and Nancy. We had two things. We talked about the facility use handbook. Collaboration is ongoing across all board committees in the development of the new facility use handbook. This handbook outlines policies, procedures, and expectations for community use of Blair County Schools facilities. It is intended to ensure fairness, transparency, and fiscal responsibility while promoting positive partnerships between the district and community. The handbook was presented for first reading at last month's meeting, but we're going to talk about it and maybe finalize it next time. And then we talked about calendar, which we just approved, and our next meeting is next Monday, January 19th at noon.
Awesome. Any questions for policy committee?
One thing we might consider is looking at a facilities management service. I've seen a service called Operation Hero that manages reservations. So it's a reservation system, and it's a first-come, first-served basis, and people can sign up with or without fees based on their level of their group. So something to consider.
Okay. All right. Move on to EG&T, Mr. Callahan.
All right, we met Monday, January 5th at 12 o'clock. Present was myself, Denise Chada, and Nate Larson, Dr. Don Johnson, Jeff Steinbeck, and Angie Conity. Old business, the internet cable has been bored through from Ott Middle School to the bus barn, and it's providing a very stable internet connection. Mr. Macklin reported that the hardwired connection has greatly improved the performance. Snow removal equipment, Ms. Steinbeck reported that the first snow removal, the district ground guys were very pleased with this year's new equipment. The new Ford truck worked very well, and the Ventrac and its V-blade worked great as well. The crew was so impressed with it that the new blade, they showed it to the Blair City crew, and they plan to buy one as well, similar to theirs, because it was better than the straight blade. Blair High School Teachers Lounge, a couple months ago, Mr. Steinbeck reported that the floor tile in the high school teachers lounge needed to be replaced due to significant damage with loose and broken tiles. A recent trip incident occurred and he temporarily covered the damaged tiles with a mat to reduce the trip hazard. He has gotten a quote to install new tile flooring in that area, and it is in the amount of $1,225. The committee supports Mr. Steinbeck moving forward with this project. Arbor Park door locks. This one I'm very happy to report. Mr. Steinbeck has been working with Bill Den from Omaha on replacing the door locks at Arbor Park Elementary. After looking into replacing door handles and the high cost of upgrading, he was speaking with Bill Den, employee, and he suggested that they be able to just replace the locking hardware in the handle instead of replacing the whole handle. They were able to do that with the door handles in Arbor Park Elementary, and this was done at a fraction of the cost. The doors now stay locked when someone leaves the room, which is what we have been wanting in the buildings. We are currently working on the same solution at Deerfield Elementary and hoping to have it completed in January. Any more on that, Mr. Steinbeck?
Just did all of them today.
All of them today, so they're in great. Great. That's a good thing to have done. HVAC. Mr. Steinbeck presented a proposal from Albrico for an HVAC control system agreement that would provide the district with reduced service call rates, free system backups, and software upgrades. The agreement term options available are 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year. The committee would like to table this for further discussion until additional information is received. New business, Director of Operation reports. It's in your file, so you can take a look at that. It's attached. Fire alarm testing was done in all the buildings and completed on December 30th of 2025 by Midwest Alarm Services. FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Mr. Steinbeck met via Zoom on December 19th with Tyron Jaxel from FEMA in Kansas City about recovering funds from the August 9th wind damage. To get the process moving forward, Mr. Jaxel sent documents to be completed by Mr. Steinbeck and Mr. Scheer. Since our area was declared a disaster area, there is federal funding available, which may help offset amounts already submitted to Alicat, our insurance company. Mr. Steinbeck will be meeting with Mr. Jaxwell again in mid-January to follow up and continue the federal continue with the federal funds. Blair High School gym walls. Mr. Steinbeck ordered and installed new wall padding for the Blair High School gym walls. At a wrestling meet on December 5th, a wrestler was thrown into the wall during a match and would hit his head. Mr. Siki received an email from the wrestler's parents with the concern, and padding was promptly ordered for the from Sports Graphic in Iowa and installed on December 19th to help protect athletes in all sports and make the gym safer. The committee asked Mr. Steinbeck to also check into Ott Middle School to determine whether the same safety measure is needed there. Cameras. Additional cameras and upgrade for South Early Childhood Center, Deerfield Elementary, Ott Middle School, and Blair High School were discussed. The committee requested Mr. Steinbeck to obtain quotes for the necessary equipment and forward them to the committee for a recommendation of approval. Mr. Steinbeck did do that, and so at this time, I would like to move that we approve the quote from SEI for additional cameras at South Early Childhood Center, Deerfield Elementary, Ott Middle School, and Blair High School as presented, totaling $40,088.
And a motion from Callahan and a second from Sturm. Any discussion?
Some of these were on the wish list from the buildings when we toured them the 9th of December, especially Deerfield. We found out that their hallways, areas of them had no camera supervision, and that the early childhood center was not working at all. So these are really safety needs that I feel we really need to do.
How soon can they be done?
Ms. Steinbeck?
Yeah, I'll sign the contracts tomorrow if we approve it, and then typically they will start, I'd say, by 2 weeks later. Just depends on SEI's scheduling crew. Kind of speaking for them, but if they're not real busy, they'll get going right away.
And these are the people that have done most of our other cameras as well.
Will this finish up our camera needs, or do we have more?
The only additional thing, Mr. Haight just came to me and would like to upgrade South's doorbells. Currently, South just has a push doorbell and you can only speak. They would put a little camera in. SCI had told me they would get me their tomorrow. But that would put a camera on each entrance at South and then a little video screen at the desk, a lot like what's here at North School. So that would be probably the last one.
Okay, thank you.
Any idea, guesstimate on cost on that?
I don't have that. Wouldn't want to speak for what it would cost, but hopefully we can just get it going. If it's
At the same time, say to an extra service call.
Any other discussion or questions? Nope. Okay, Angie, roll call.
Chada. Yes. Larson.
Yes.
Stern. Yes. Tabor.
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Scobie.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Lowski.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, in addition, the committee requested Mr. Steinbeck to obtain a quote for window tinting at various school entrances to enhance security and privacy, in particular the middle school, South, and some of the other schools. Next scheduled BG&T committee meeting will be Monday, January 26th at 12 p.m. The meeting adjourned at 1:04.
Thank you. Okay, move on to the Finance Committee and Courtney.
All right, Finance Committee met on Tuesday, January 6th. Present was myself, Carrie Lowski, Bob Scobie, Dr. Johnson, Tom Shearer, Leon Haight, Nate Larson, Mary Pollocky, Tyler Siki, Will Lansman, Carl Dietz, Aaron Field, Scott Macklin, and Angie Conaby. First, Carl Dietz presented, just as he did during our work session. And Mr. Shearer presented the current Amazon bill and credit card purchases for review. For an interlocal agreement, we have an additional special education student that is requiring outside support services from ESU 2, and an interlocal agreement will need to be approved for the student to attend. So I would like a motion to enter into an interlocal agreement with ESU 2 for a SPED behavior program for a student in the maximum amount of $42,804 for the 25-26 school year as presented.
Second.
Okay, motion by Tabor, second by Lowski. Any discussion?
Now, will that $42,804, that doesn't count our transportation though, does it? So that would be on top of that. All right.
Anything else? Angie, roll call, please.
Did Tom want to say
Oh.
something?
I was
Sorry,
going to say,
I didn't see
the
that.
42,000 would be prorated based on when the students started.
Okay.
So that would have been probably more of a, we started from this beginning of the school year. So
Okay, so yeah, we go from this semester then.
Anything else? Okay, Angie, now go ahead.
Lowski.
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Chada.
Yes.
Scobie.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Tabor.
Yes.
Motion approved.
A request was received to add an extra contract day with ESU 3 for Jeff Westerman, our current contracted school psychologist. This would increase the contracted work from 3 days per week to 4 days per week. An increased presence would allow for improved support with evaluations, compliance with legal timelines, consultation with staff, and responsiveness to student and building level needs. Given the current staffing challenges, this additional day would help maintain continuity of services and reduce the strain on existing systems while the district works towards filling leadership vacancies. So I would like to make a motion to modify the current interlocal agreement with ESU 3 for Jeff Westerman, school psychologist, to increase the number of contracted days from 3 to 4 days.
Second.
Motion by Tabor, second by Lowski. Any discussion?
You should have a second page to
Gotta go back. There it is.
that. An amount of $18,100 $401.40, I think, pretty close, calculated.
And one thing that was mentioned is that if there's a chance that he could move on to another district, it's asking for 4 days.
We're short in this area.
And Tom, would that be prorated as well? Or is that,
Difference in 3 days versus four, $14,119. Do you see that? Is that what it
And
said?
the health insurance is on top of that.
Oh, and then,
so it would just start from when he starts?
It would start, if we're
So it is
signing
18.
tonight, it would start this week and then go on. She gave us an estimate because we weren't sure if you all were going to approve it, so we wanted to have, you all to have numbers, but I can get exact numbers if you say yes, and then we can, it'll tell you exactly what it is for the rest of
Any other questions? Okay, Angie?
Frederickson,
Yes.
Chada. Yes. Callahan.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Scobie,
Yes.
Tabor.
Yes.
Stern,
Yes.
Lowski.
yes.
Motion passes.
All right, Mr. Shearer also informed that he completed the NF filings on Monday, December 8th, 2025. Mary Pollocky with the Blair Volleyball Club came and shared her concerns regarding custodial fees that is part of the facility rental agreement. She was wanting to share her concerns so that we could adjust for future if needed. So the committee informed that the facility rental agreement policies are ongoing discussion for the board, and we have no straight out simple solution yet, but the policy committee is currently working on that. So her information is being passed on to the policy committee. Tyler Finney, the activities director, and Will Landsman, head varsity football coach, presented a recommendation for purchases of new football uniforms. Our current jerseys have aged out and replacements can no longer be ordered. A quote was obtained from MRG Hawk in the amount of $20,880 and noted February 1st is the final order date to receive the uniforms in time for the fall season. The committee supports the uniform purchase but requested a formal replacement strategy be established. Mr. Siki shared the replacement schedule for both high school and middle schools he's been working on since becoming AD. The committee wants to ensure a consistent plan is in place for all uniform replacements to occur on a regular cycle to help manage future needs and budgeting. I would like to make a motion to move to approve the purchase of new football uniforms from MRG Hawk in the amount of $20,880 to be paid using the activity fund.
Second.
Okay, motion by Tabor, second by Larson. Any discussion? And these are the
Whites.
Purple.
green, yellow, I don't know.
I thought they were.
Is it a white? or-
It was the whites.
Because we have.
It's a white, the white.
The
Yeah,
whites are the old ones. They're
Okay.
like 10 years old.
the white uniform. There you
Okay.
go.
and knowing from ordering uniforms, if you buy a good uniform, they last about 10 years. I mean, you're lucky to get 10 years.
Yeah.
And the companies stopped making them, so it's impossible. And I'll be honest with you, purple is one of the hardest colors to match. It changes every couple of years, and so, yeah, you need to order enough to get you through that 10-year period, which seems like it's really a lot, but you need to do it. It's not easy to replace them.
What is the threshold for getting RFP for these? I don't know that.
5,000.
Anyone?
Tom?
Oh, it's like 100,000 now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Good question.
This is just a little aside, but when I had to order, when we did track and cross country together, and I ordered Nike uniforms, and I had them all in the cart to take them down to wash, there was more money in that than my first brand new Pontiac Le Mans Sport convertible that I ordered. was $5,000 worth of uniforms, and the car was only $4,000 ordered new.
So you should have bought a better car, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Or invested in uniforms a long time
There you
ago.
go. Okay, any other discussion? Not, Angie, roll call.
Chada,
Yes.
Tabor,
Yes.
Scobie,
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Frederickson,
Yes.
Roski,
Yes.
Sturm,
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, Aaron Field and Scott Macklin came and presented regarding that software that was approved earlier. Then we had, the district has been in an interlocal agreement with Nannon Physical Therapy for $250,000 a year since the 23-24 to contract for physical therapy and occupational therapy services. The agreement runs through July 31st, 2028. Nannon is proposing an increase to the contract for $280,000 a year, payable monthly, effective in January 2026. The reason for the proposal is to give current occupational therapists and physical therapist employees a 2.9% raise and assist with the rising cost of their health insurance. The committee has decided to table this for further discussion at next month's meeting. With the resignation of Dr. Gilson, the district must remove him as an authorized check signer with our bank institutions, Washington County and RVR. We will also, let's see, the bank procedures require board meeting minutes documenting approval of Dr. Gilson's removal and approval of adding interim superintendent Dr. Don Johnson. Although the board president and board secretary actually sign district checks, listing the superintendent as an authorized signer enables them to communicate with the bank on district matters. Also, since a new board president has been elected, we will need to remove Carrie Lowski as the approved authorized check signer and add Bob Scobie. So I will bring a motion forward to remove Carrie Lowski and Dr. Randy Gilson as an authorized check signer for Blair Community Schools checking accounts, and to add Bob Scobie and Dr. Don Johnson to serve as an additional authorized check signer to the district checking accounts.
Second.
Okay, motion by Tabor, second by Frederickson. Any discussion? Nice. All righty, Angie, roll call.
Larson,
Yes.
Frederickson,
Yes.
Sturm,
Yes.
Tabor,
Yes.
Chada,
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Lowski,
Yes.
Scobie.
Okay, if I vote on
Do we
this?
vote on that, or do we have to abstain?
I probably have to abstain. I can?
Yes.
Okay, then yes. Motion approved.
The IRS announced the federal mileage reimbursement rate would be .725 per mile beginning January 1st, 2026. This is up 2.5 cents from the rate of 70 cents from January 1st, 2025. Historically, the district employee mileage reimbursement rate has followed the federal business reimbursement rate, and so Mr. Scheer is seeking board approval to follow the federal business mileage reimbursement rate. Make a motion to approve the district to follow the federal business mileage reimbursement rate of .725 cents per mile to begin January 1st, 2026.
Second.
Motion by Tabor, second by Callahan. Any discussion? Angie?
Tabor,
Yes.
Frederickson,
Yes.
Callahan,
Yes.
Sturm,
Yes.
Chada,
Yes.
Larson,
Yes.
Scobie,
Yes.
Lowski.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mr. Scheer provided a quick financial recap of the monthly financials. Mr. Scheer shared a list of district employees with school-issued credit cards and their names per board policy 706.01, purchasing procedures. The next Finance Committee meeting will be held February 4th, 2026 at 12 p.m. and we adjourned at 3:05 p.m.
Okay. Any last questions for the committee before we move on? Okay. We're going to move on to approval of new teachers. We have one this meeting. Haley Baker, as middle school exploratory teacher, computer technology and agriculture. Yeah.
I moved. Go ahead, Steve.
I move to approve the new member, Haley Baker, as presented.
Second.
Motion by Callahan, second by Tabor. Any discussion?
Haley comes to us, she was a Blair graduate, Blair High School graduate. She received her Bachelor's of Science in Family and Consumer Science from Wayne State. And she's got a lot of energy. I met Haley at the basketball game that I was at. So just, yeah, excited to have her on board.
Is this a one-year contract or renewable, or is this just looking at for future? Does anybody know?
The plan is that
Well-
she would just stay on board, like it would.
Yeah. Just to finish, this is finish out this year.
It's a
and
continuance.
It'll roll
Yeah.
next year.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, anything else? Angie?
Scobie,
Yes.
Tabor,
Yes.
Lowski,
Yes.
Chada. Yes. Frederickson.
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Calhoun.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, on to the next thing, which is retirement. So we do have one teacher retirement. Julie Miller.
I move to accept the retirement of certified staff member Julie Miller upon the conclusion of the 2025-26 school year.
Second.
Motion by Tabor, second by Lowski. Discussion?
Julie's been with the district for about 28 years. She has served as a middle school math, middle school social studies, a whole list. And whatever the district has asked her to do, she's always been willing to do. And I know she brings a lot of joy and excitement to her classroom for the kids, so we're going to miss her. She's a great teacher.
Anything else? Okay. Angie?
Lowski.
Yes.
Chada.
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Tabor.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Scobie.
Yes.
Stern.
Yes.
Frederickson.
Yes.
Motion passes. Dr. Johnson, do you have anything you want to?
I do. You have a superintendent report there on your front of you. Just got that done earlier. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to serve as the interim superintendent here at Blair Public Schools. I have a vested interest, as you may have heard. I have two beautiful granddaughters and a third coming up through there. And honestly, I know a lot of these folks that are in a part of Blair Public Schools, and just excited about the opportunity. You have good people throughout. It's been fun. I've been through all the buildings already. Get to meet a few different folks. I will continue to do that. I'm going to start my soup and salad thing here in another week or so once I get my feet more on the ground, and that's me going out to the different buildings, sitting down with them at their lunchtime and just talking to teachers about what are their thoughts, what are their concerns about Blair Community Schools, and how do we unite everybody to put us back to where we rightly belong, a highly performing school district, right? So just wanted the things I wanted to talk to you about are just a couple of different things. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Board of Education and some things that we have talked about since I've been on board, all 6 days. Keep in mind, before the minute I got hired, I was pretty much on the clock trying to run and get things in the place where we could really get this semester off to a good start. I'm going to tell you, one of the things I appreciate about Sandy's conversation during the public comment is that this is a thankless job. The Board of Education is a thankless job, and it's hard. And you don't get paid a whole lot to sit there and take comments and from all sorts of angles. So I just want to tell you, what are some of the real positive things that they're already doing that maybe you weren't a part of? And that's, they commissioned that external audit. That's a big deal. We got to see where we're at. When you looked at that and you talk about, okay, this is what it looks like for our future in a few years, we need to know that. And they were very instrumental in getting that started and up and running. We're going to do some governance training. We're going to work with NASB to talk a little bit more about what are the roles and how does that look on a monthly basis. Unfortunately, I'll be honest with you, we just, because of just some transition and how things have gone over the past 2 years, we have to redefine roles to some extent. And that's what we're going to do. And that's not to say that we've been doing anything wrong. That What's that to say is that we will refine that so that we can protect them in the seats that they sit, because it's big that they need to know that they're supported. Increased transparency, we talked about that already. We're going to do a better job with that. The move that they've made with the software and things, that's a big deal. Strengthen checks and balances, implementation of clear oversight. We're talking about that already. We're seeing what can we do to make sure that everything's being handled on a daily basis. We know that there's no gaps left, and so they've been very instrumental in talking about that. Enhanced superintendent reporting, if he can speak. I'm giving them a weekly report. I think that's important that they know what's going on within our district on a weekly basis. There might be a week where we don't have a ton going on, but quite honestly, we've had a lot going on, and so just keeping them up to snuff on that is a big deal. And then improved communications, regular individual meetings. I'm going to start individual meetings with the board. It's one of the things we're going to do. Hopefully not before we leave, because the Steelers are currently probably in the second, not in the second half, but close. Okay, that's a joke. I have a very poor sense of humor sometimes. I would appreciate it if you'd laugh anyway.
You can't see it, but he does have a Steelers.
I do have a Steelers shirt on. This is a big deal for me. But honestly, folks, just to kind of to put a wrap on the Board of Education. They've had a lot going on. They are doing their very best for the kids here at Blair Community Schools. That needs to be understood. They've taken a lot of external shots that probably didn't need to come their way. You hired the interim superintendent. If you've got conversations you want to have, come have them with me. That's an open door policy. Come see me. I'm willing to talk to you about anything going on, as long as you're going through the chain of command, and that's a big deal for us. So Board of Education, they've been very welcoming. They've helped me. I'll get better at these board meetings. Quite honestly, when you're on there for just 6 days now, it's hard to get up and rolling again after being retired and teaching at UNL. District level leadership team. We got a great group. We've met a couple different times, and just talking about who are we and how we want to do this from this time on. An administrative structure review, we're going to look at comparative districts. Do we have the same kind of structure that we can move forward with, making sure that everybody isn't so overwhelmed? How do we do that, and how do we do that well? We got building level principals that are doing safety. We have them doing communication. They're building level principals. They do not have time to put that on top of that. So what does that look like, and how do we do that better is going to be us taking a look at the array that we currently have. I'm actually meeting with Waverly Public Schools on Wednesday to sit down with them. They have just gone through this, where they've done job description, that type of thing. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to get to. School improvement system. We're up for accreditation next year. With the turnover in administrators, we're trying to get our heads wrapped around that. These folks are already on top of that, along with our building level principals. Fiscal systems improvement, just looking at how do we do a better job tracking our purchase orders. How do we make sure credit cards are being handled appropriately? We're going to do all of that. That's part of what we're doing. Student service role clarification. Well, there was a human resources process review there first. Again, districts our size usually have a human resources person. That's what they do. They might have another duty connected to that, but we have all sorts of folks that are working hard to keep us in that. Again, we need to have a system that makes sure that we're covering all our bases. As soon as we get a new hire, what does that look like? Who needs to be involved in that new hire, so that we're making sure that they're coming in day one ready to go. So we identified that as another place. Student services role clarification. Did we introduce Leon Hafe? Leon Hafe, you need to step up to that beautiful green shirt. One of the first things that I did when I got this role, and we needed to identify that, is I reached out to the board and said, hey, can we bring on Leon Hafe? I would tell you, I've known Leon Hafe for a ton of years. What he brings to this role is a tremendous amount of respect already. I don't have to worry about him hitting the ground running. He understands special education, title, and all those roles that we need to have filled. So just excited to have him on board. And gosh, I think he's committed for how long? Is it 18 months?
Yeah.
That might have started at 6. We're working in 18 months. So anytime you see Leon, I would appreciate you mentioning that to him. Hey, it's good to have you back on board for a couple years. So just something to keep in mind. And then capital planning. We want to develop, you've heard a little bit about what it looks like to have a replacement schedule. We have some of that, but we need more of that. We have desks that when I've been out and I've looked at what's going on in our buildings, we have desks that are almost as old as me. Maybe not quite that old. But definitely we need to have that on our radar. Because if you don't, and all of a sudden we have a big failure in a bunch of desks, that's going to be a big dollar amount. So we're going to work on that replacement schedule, get that going. District level folks, awesome people. We're going to work to really take a hard look at how that's structured from this point on. How do we make sure that for your next superintendent in 18 months that they're able to come in and rock and roll from the get-go. When we get to principal level actions, I've met with our principals a couple different times. Again, I would tell you, you have really good principals. I'm excited about working with these folks. They haven't had the opportunity to work together as much. We now are doing weekly meetings. Every Monday we're going to meet and we're going to talk about how are you doing? What things are happening in those buildings that we can do a better job of helping you out. My job as a superintendent for those building level principals is to keep everybody off their back so they can do their job and do that well. And what happens there? Then kids benefit from that, right? I'm a student first kind of person. So when we have discussions, we're going to talk about what that means. And I've got building level principals that do that fairly well. The Arbor Park guy, maybe a little questionable. I'm going to hear about that from his mom tomorrow, but whatever. No, but I'm telling you, so we start talking about what does that district-wide professional development look like? How do we do that better? How do we make sure as we look at our strategic plan, are we doing that well and can we continue to do that? School improvement accountability, they want to know what their roles are. We need to identify those. That kind of left with a couple of our assistant superintendents. I would tell you, Aaron has done a great job of stepping into that, and we're gonna see what that looks like for all the building level principals. Staffing protocols, just a standardized system of how do we hire a person, and who does that all go through, and how do we do that so that we know that every building has a group that is doing that. There's a word I'm looking for, that hiring process in those interviews in a structural fashion so that we are consistent across the board. I think that's a big thing. And the last thing, the teacher evaluation system, just reviewing, updating, making sure we're where we want to be with our teachers' evaluations. We're a Marzano school, which is great because that's what I came from at Fort Calhoun. But overall, here's what I would tell you. I've heard there's a lot out there that's happening here, and there needs to be a lot corrected. I would tell you that has not affected our students. So that's a shout out to every teacher in the classroom. That's a shout out to our building level principal, our district team. That's a shout out to our Board of Education, who has kept all of that stuff from really affecting that day-to-day learning. And that's a big thank you so much to the board, to our district staff, to our principals out there, because without them, we just couldn't have done what we've done in the last couple months. So there it is. That's it. I talked way too long. Where are we at?
All right. There are building level principal reports also attached to your information. I do have one question for Mr. Johnson. As a wannabe percussionist that never made it in school, when is the Omaha Street percussion performed?
It was Friday.
Those are really cool.
Thanks for the invitation.
Well, there we go. Very good. So just one quick thing before we move to adjournment. I do want to, as a representative of the Board of Education, I'd like to issue our condolences to Larry Bach's family. Larry was with the Blair School Systems for a long, long time. I did not know Larry, but everything I ever heard about him was positive. He was everything from a teacher to a superintendent, so keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. Okay. Got through that. All right.
Tuesday is,
The funeral.
no, Wednesday is the funeral, I think, isn't it? Tuesday is the visitation.
Okay, very good. All right. With that, I'll take a motion to close this thing. We're not, there's no closed session.
She means
Sorry.
to adjourn.
To adjourn.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Motion to
to
adjourn.
adjourn. There is no closed session.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, motion by Stern. Second by Tabor, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty, thank you, folks.
Seniors?
Any seniors, come on up.